Buddy, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday! Oh yeah, testing 1, 2, gotta make sure the mic's on. Happy Wednesday! Welcome back to a fresh, new, super shiny, hot off the press week of Hazel streams. We're here, we're logged in. It is 9:01 a.m. on slightly cloudy West Coast Canada. I have some catching up to do. I haven't played WoW in a couple of days. There's been a weekly reset, and as far as I know, I've got stuff to do. How you guys doing? Hey, Gertz. Octopixie, how are you? Happy Wednesday, everybody. We have some tea. We have our sound on. We have all of our various, lights and cameras and stuff working. That's always encouraging. If I was going to summarize a to-do list, I want to do my Goblin rep weeklies. I want to do my Dastardly Duos. I want to do my Frostlord Ahoon kill. I did get the Crown of the Frostlord appearance, but I need more of the staves. What else? I mean, that's enough to be getting on with for now. Why don't we start with that? Slowly reintroducing myself to the game. What about you? I have been waging war on Mosquito kind, but they have been winning. Every time I go fishing, they get me through my clothes, and I'd say I've had enough of it, but clearly I haven't because they continue to get me. I thought I was clever this time because I wore like what I thought were sturdier clothes. But whenever we've been fishing, rock fishing like on the shore, sort of below the low tide line, and mosquitoes apparently love it below the low tide line. There must be gunk for them to feast on in their swampy ways. Anyway, they get me through my pants. And I was so upset. And then last night, I found a mosquito just on the wall of my bedroom, and I thought, no, because I've had enough, because they're really itchy. So I like thwapped it with a washcloth, and I hit it, but I didn't quite kill it. And then I was regaling my husband with that tale. I was telling him about how there was still a bandit on the loose, and how I had almost valiantly vanquished him, and I was kind of acting out the story with a sock. But then I managed to whip myself in my own eyeball with the sock as I was telling the story. Like, my eyelid didn't close because I guess it didn't expect assault from within. And then I was worried I'd, like, scratch my cornea. But I'm fine. Just a little. It wasn't my brightest moment. It wasn't my brightest light bulb moment. But we've learned an important lesson about telling stories while holding socks. Defeat the Dastardlies is bugged. Kill some foes not counting. Ooh, that's annoying. What is this hat? That's my disenchanting hat. That's my enchanting equipment. I was disenchanting a piece of gear. I noticed that it would have vendored for 104 gold, and then I had to eat it for a crystal that's worth 86 gold. So I've, we're doing great. Giraffe shirt goes hard. You like it? It's one of my vintage shirts. I had a big vintage shirt phase. This one's from 89. Seems about right. Going down next raid tier, you shall have revenge. My husband did get it, which was good. He's a real champ that way. So that mosquito is not living to tell another tale or to suck any more of my blood. But the ones at the beach really got me pretty good, and because they bit me through my pants, they really kind of got me where the sun don't shine. So it's just upsetting for everybody involved. I want to look and see what I could get if I managed to successfully do this. I've got the mean ball bag recently. The mean ball bag, pardon me. Missed a ball there. I think that the deadly pinch zapper is for the week 4 achievement, as is the Tyrannotort's treat. So I guess we're just going to see if we can do this. I'm guessing are we 4 weeks into this already? I don't know. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It just says win, so there. Give it a try. Anytime I hit my eyes, it's like, wait, did I scratch my cornea? Oh god. How many times does it happen? This is the first time I've managed to hit my own eyeball in like years and years and years. The last time I was this scared about damaging my eyes was the time that I accidentally removed my makeup with nail polish remover. And then was like, oh my god, this is the dumbest way to blind yourself. I'm so embarrassed, and also ow. But I was like 22 then. Can't count higher than 7, but this is, in fact, a 4. That's the one. Does that mean you're a vintage human? Oh, absolutely. I think in terms of clothing, vintage is like 20 years or older. So things from 2005, technically vintage. As upsetting as that is for everybody involved. Shall I crush a flask? I don't know. They're kind of expensive, man. Although these quests seem to be getting harder. I don't know. They've been getting a little bit harder every week, or maybe I've just been getting worse at this game. We're gonna eat the burger. I guess I can eat. I'm sure I have like a Belladar's bounty or something. Those aren't worth very much. Husband went berserk, indifferent, after beloved wife fell in combat, lightly hit herself in the eye. He was very sweet because it was like bedtime and I was really crabby because I just hit myself in the eye, so I wasn't very nice to be around. Oh man. I am actually really excited to do Goblin weeklies because they just give such a nice chunk of rep. I'm probably gonna get my Venture Co up to. Oh, it's probably not gonna be quite revered. It's gonna be close. It's kind of annoying. If I caved and I started doing chat lists for Venture Co, then I could get it to revered. But then who would I be? Oh no! Don't remove the NPC helpers. I always assume that talking to her is gonna queue me for the event. So then I talk to her and then I mindlessly accept and then I realize, uh-oh, also I'm healer spect. I don't want to be healer spect. Can I switch now? Let's try. It's not too late. No, it's actually not too late. Update the dungeon bots. Yes, okay. Okay, so it gave me a healer. That's good. Alright, let's hope for the best. I think last time part of the reason it was hard was because it wanted you to use like the banner. And the banner actually aggroes a bunch of trash. So it aggroed trash before I was ready to pull it, which I think got me into trouble. This week they just want you to win. So as long as I'm making good time here, I think we're fine. We're not fussed about the score in the slightest. Oh, hey, it's the Exiles Reach lady. Yeah, they're those are your follower dungeon companions. They're in actual follower dungeons as well, like even at endgame. Look at Krenna Earthdaughter just standing there AFK. I guess there's no healing for her to do, but like, come on. Hello, Nutty Hazel Games. Hello, Scarlet. How are you doing today? Has the weather given you a break at all? I know last time that I heard from you, you were melting. You were oozing away like the Wicked Witch of the West. Or East. Or no, West. Getting my witches mixed up. One follower dungeon gave me a new appreciation for bugs. I am horrible to the NPCs. When the AIs stage their uprising and they remember the crimes that have been done against them, I will score some points for being polite to my speaker in my house, but I will score less points for being a horrific tank, especially to the follower dungeon NPCs. Or even a DPS. Like, as a DPS in follower dungeons, I'm pulling everything. I'm running ahead. I'm grabbing stuff. I'm complaining about the NPCs when they die to like 39 mobs that they did not agree to pull. Definitely Wicked Witch of the West right now. Can actually wear a shirt and pants. Nice. Me too. Where is East and where is West? It depends on where North and South are, right? That's wisdom. When I've been touring houses lately, and every time I'm there, I like whip out my phone so I can turn on the compass. And I'm just in the yard looking at the thing, just like, which way is it? And they're like, the sun's there. And I'm like, yes, but you don't understand. If my phone can't do it for me, then it's not happening. Because I want to know which way things face for gardening largely. But it also, like, you'll be able to tell, like, which windows are going to get sun at different times of the day. Is your driveway going to have help or harm when it comes to melting snow via sunlight? I guess not harm, but you know what I mean. Alright, we need to click on this and hopefully it gives me time. Yeah. I think I have a burner clock on me too. I should use that. I haven't gotten rid of these Dastardly Duos things, but I think after today I can. I think after this fight, assuming that I win, which maybe we should pop some cooldowns or something. Oh, hi, kitty cat. I think after this fight, I can get rid of all of the garbage. There's a lot of items for Dastardly Duos that I have not a whole lot of interest in. Garden axe, I'd love to see it. And I mean, you can grow things on all sides and with all different types of light, but what you grow and how well it's going to do is going to depend a lot on what sort of light exposure it gets and how many hours of light is it getting. Is it getting hot afternoon sun? Is it getting like bright morning sun? Wolf Cloud Chaser, thank you for the 29-month resub. Happy streaming to Hazel, Kira, and Moose. Thank you very much. I used my burning clock. I did use my burning clock. The Reaper's down. Hi, sweetie. How are ya? Saw the dog give you a big old kiss this morning. How did that make you feel? You like it? You secretly like it. I know you do. We had a brief moment of like concern because there was a moth in the apartment and it landed on the cat. And Moose is a great moth hunter. He likes hunting bugs. He likes catching bugs. Likes eating bugs. And he's really good at like snatching them out of the air and like stalking them. And it's very funny because he's a dog and it's kind of cat-like behavior. And, but like it landed like on the cat and we were like, because Moose was definitely watching it. It's like, don't think this through, buddy. Please don't chomp your sister. He did not chomp his sister. I don't recall if the moth made it away or not, though. I was getting ready for stream. Kiri's so sweet. She is. How are we doing? We got 2 minutes. I have whiffed that Shadow Crash. That one was ornamental. If I lose this, it's because I haven't been paying any attention whatsoever. Alright, let's do that. Hi. I brushed your last name because she came up to me in bed and I was like, you know what? You're looking a little scruffy. Time for a brush. There's 2 more weeks of it, but I don't think that there's any additional rewards for doing 5 and 6 on the vendor. Like, or if there are, I've missed them. I think that as long as you've done 4 weeks, you're fine. I think it's just sticking around for an extra 2 weeks just so that whoever really likes this content has 2 more weeks to play it. Oh wow, I got 4 Titan Disc fragments. Oh, they've heard of me. I wonder who out there is like, oh man, it's Dastardly Duos. They get up out of bed and they're like thinking about how they're gonna like kick the bombs around to get more score. They're every time that they log in, they're like putting down a podium and then standing on it so that everybody can see. People just like walk past, not noticing. Gain measure average item level. Place winner's podium. Show off your item level. Hang on a second. Time in Spotlight last game. Alright, now that I've done week 4. Defeat 8 Dastardlies achievement. It says week 4. So I can get the Tyrannosaur's treat. I'm going to look into this pinch zapper. I might need to queue it again. Hang on. First of all, we got him out. Tyrannosaurus. Vinny Sweets kept this rare albino turtle a secret, saving it until it was time to help promote Dastardly Duos. Wow. It's a turtle. That's the one that's bugged for a lot of peeps. Oh. But I think... Oh, I was gonna say, I think I like... Maybe we just need to keep doing it until we fight the rest of these bosses. But I'm pretty sure I did fight Rattlegore. So it is bugged. So we'll worry about that next week. That's fine. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Shall we go to Undermine? Or maybe we should do, I want to do my Bountifuls. I want to do my 2 Bountifuls. Do Bountiful Overcharged. To continue chipping away at the research so that I can keep working on my OC91 Chariot mount. Oh, also, before I do that, I should probably go pick up, I bet you there's a quest over here that will have me do Bountifuls to upgrade my belt, because it's a new week. I forgot about that. Should we get some, should we pour a cup of tea, kitty? I brought a pot of tea. I decided to just leave the tea bag in there, so it's just going to get stronger and stronger over stream. It's morning. We can handle it. Hello. Excuse me. 1 gathering and upgrade quest, please. Thank you.
Sorry, I got distracted.
No problem. Morning, Hazel Cultured. Good morning. Thank you very much. Good stuff. I like the overcharged delves well enough. I think it's just, for me, it's a reason to just run through level 1 delves, which I'm finding to be vaguely rewarding. Maybe just because I spent so long, like, struggling through super slow, like, 20-minute, you know, 8 and 10 and 11 delves that just zapping through it in 8 minutes. I guess that's 12 minutes that I, like, really wanted back in my life. Oh, pardon me. Flying into a tree. I wonder how much rep I'll get with Venture Co. today. With a new week's worth of weeklies. There's no rep buff. There is a Midsummer buff, but it's experience. Midsummer buff, as far as I can tell, does not affect rep gain. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it does. Generally feels cool to slam through things. Yeah, it's like a dungeon. Not a dungeon crawler, you know. Sort of Diablo style hack and slash. Plus, I have 30% movement speed in these now, which I feel like is fun. Things to talk about. We got raid testing happening this week, so tomorrow and Friday. Raid testing all afternoon. I won't stream raid testing, which means I'm actually going to end my stream early both days. What on earth is this one? Oh, this one. I'm going to be ending stream a little early. Short streams Thursday, Friday this week for me, because we want to make sure we get to raid testing and that we live through it more or less. Hopefully we can find a good group. My regular group's not able to do it. I think that they missed some of Undermine. No, they got most of Undermine. They just missed one day. And the day that we missed was the day that I got like the least footage, but it's okay. We got it. We got it together. I'm looking forward to seeing the raid. I think that'll be really cool. So that, okay. 3 drill rigs fully powered. Pay 2% attention here.
Watch your step.
I guess that's the appeal of remix as well. Just like once you feel like you're just smoking through stuff and it's just all falling apart really quickly. Fun. Fun, 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 fun.
Watch your step.
Did you see that the first 7 episodes of Queer Ultimatum are out, but the last 3 are a week from today? I did not see that, but it doesn't surprise me because Netflix likes to do that. Do we know if it's men or women? This season, are they doing women again? I'm very curious. It's a reality TV thing. Oh, man. Am I helping? Am I getting anything done? I found 1 of 9 batteries, which is not a good start. Jamie Lee, thank you for the 73-month resub. Happy Twitch anniversary. I've been out of the Hazel Loop. Congrats on the nuptials. House update. No updates to share at this time, unfortunately. I promise when I can talk, when I can say stuff, when I have stuff to say, I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna do a little dance. I'm gonna bust a couple moves. It's gonna be good. Believe it's women. Okay. Netflix split Stranger Things 5 into 3 parts in November, 2nd and 3rd parts in December. Oh. Do you think they really want like those 4th quarter, like end of the year number boosts? How do you feel about the lack of DBM next expansion? Fine, I think. I'm just kind of trusting that it'll all work out, you know? Like if they're canon that, then the combination of them designing fights without DBM in mind and also the Blizzard included version of DBM will combine to make life manageable. It's not like everybody else will have it and I'm personally not allowed. Like if it's de-armed for everybody, then I'm sure it'll still be fine. If anything, it'll be a little less overstimulation on my UI, a little cleaner. But I'm pretty happy-go-lucky about that kind of thing. I'm usually willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, and then if I try it and I'm like, yeah, it's not very good, then I'm like, well, they're probably going to make it better because there's no way to go but up. You know. There will be secret workarounds. Like going outside and not playing the raid. You just tell yourself you beat the boss and then you go like garden or run half marathons or something. We'll live, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think people will kick up a big fuss. People generally do. There's a fuss to be made about everything.
Watch your step.
Batteries? If I recall correctly, you were a Souls enjoyer at playing Night Rain. I was a Souls enjoyer at one point. I've watched my friends play a lot of Night Rain. Flabby has it, and I've watched him stream a bunch of it. I've heard great things. I have not been dragged into it, partly because I don't really want to give any money to anybody for anything that's not house related right now, because buying a house is like really expensive. And then from the looks of it, looking after a house is even more expensive. But then also, lately, if I'm not like, once I'm kind of done my day of things that I needed to do, I don't want to do anything hard anymore. Sometimes I used to find a lot of value out of playing a game for like a challenge, and I can still do a little bit of that when I'm like fighting Underpin on stream or whatever. But you know, if it's like 8 o'clock and I've had dinner and I have like 2 hours to chill before bed, I don't want to do anything hard. I don't want to do anything where I'm gonna die or where I'm gonna like regret not having played better. I just want to like chill. Hazel, why do you hate Elden Ring? So the same space with my gaming right now too. Yeah, I think I'm just in a different phase of my life where what I want from games is a bit different than it was when, because when I was super into Souls, I was like 23, 22 maybe, and I was feeling a little professionally unfulfilled. I was pretty early in my content career.
Watch your step.
I was still trying to figure that out. I was feeling kind of insecure about not working. I wanted, and also, what else? I felt like I had something to prove. So I felt like maybe I could get some social capital or, you know, earn some respect by being a gamer that plays a Souls game and not just a gamer that collects WoW pets. And I feel like I had one more justification for why I was into it back then. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of it. A little more time. Switch is lovely for some turn-off brain
Watch
games.
your step.
No Man's Sky has been my new favorite game in recent weeks. Nice. Did you finish the French one, the Expedition 33? I know you were really enjoying that. Tastes Evolve. Collecting WoW Press is the true endgame anyway. Yeah, Tastes Evolve. I think I used to approach games as though I wanted to prove something about myself. And I have kind of relaxed and realized that that no longer is very important to me. What people think about me and my gaming habits is first of all irrelevant, and second of all not about me. So there's really no sense in playing harder games than I feel like just to try and prove something about, like, I don't know, feminism is weird. I get why I did it at the time though. It was also kind of a different online culture. Da-da-da-da. Fell into a trap in No Man's Sky a while ago. I don't want to build up a base unless it's on the perfect planet, and finding that planet is so time-consuming. Finished the story part of the game. It's a masterpiece. Bunch of optional content working through, but I wanted to try something new. Yeah. That's an interrupting potion. Have I found any batteries that I've brought over here? I was talking such a big game about, oh yeah, it's so fun to run through these so fast. I was doing this last week too. I was talking about how fast it was to do these things, and then I didn't. I look at these two. This is terrible. All right, Kitty, you've left. Too lazy to play Elden Ring. Not paying enough attention to get a level 1 delve done. There we go. There's one. I need to find one more battery, which are bright and glowy. And I need to bring it to this drill rig. Who, you know, scattered these batteries everywhere? That wasn't very good organization. There's one. Blizzard used the Mechadome song for gnomes. This song? Oh. I mean, we do have a Tink Master's drill rig. Starting to lower my standards to also pretty and no terrible weather. My new favorite game of all time, top 3 for sure. Oh. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Expedition 33. Okay, so that's done. Maybe the other one will be faster. Are we getting lots of... Yeah, we have enough, That's a treasure crab. We have lots of... I can buy another point. Looking forward to Light No Fire. Mm-hmm. Is it a survival game? It kind of sounds like a survival game. What is it? I was going to start Enshrouded finally. I bought it a million years ago, and then I never really got much into it because the tutorial was already done by the time I logged into my friend's server, and then I got very confused and lost. But I was going to start it over again last night, but then I realized I was tired and I didn't want to get up. Here we go. It's been like muggy but cloudy lately here weather-wise. Like it's warm. It's like 20 to 22 Celsius. Overcast, very humid. Not a ton of air movement, maybe a little bit of wind. It's sticky. I ran a bit yesterday because I was being pursued by a deer. I was walking moose and I crossed the street to head down a road. And I realized as I had just finished crossing that I'd walked basically straight towards a deer who was looking at me with big panic. So I cross again to get away from it. And she starts like picking up and like coming after me. And my husband's like, run. So I'm like running because the deer here, because I'm walking moose. I have a big dog and the deer are really aggressive about dogs around fawning season. And of course they have fawns right now. So we're like booking it down the street. And every now and then I like turn around to see if my husband's going to tell me that we're like good now. And he's back there kind of with the deer like, no, keep going. It's still after you. So run. I was kind of afraid Moose was going to trip me up because there's like bikes coming down the road at us. He ran actually very well. He didn't ask any questions, which I appreciate. Moose sometimes asks a lot of questions about where we're going and why. So I appreciate that he sensed the urgency of the situation and he just ran with me. That was good. But by the time we had to run quite far before it stopped chasing us. And then by then I was very, very sticky. Yeah, he's a good boy. And it was funny, we were like, we'd gotten out of line of sight of it, and I wasn't even that freaked out because it's not even the third time that we've been chased by a deer. Like, it's happened so often now that it's just kind of like, oh, here we go again. Turn on the gas. You know, I'm just grateful that I'm reasonably fit and able-bodied and that I can book it away from the deer because people have been, like, kicked and trampled and dogs have been trampled. And, of course, Moose would be very confused. He would just be like, wow, this is a funny-shaped dog. Do you want to play? Alright, we got our... I haven't been kicked or trampled, though. Just chased. Here we go. Extra key. Also one of these guys to get some Undercoins, which I hear are transferable now again. Let's see how many we have. Undercoins, hello? Yeah. That's nice. Give me all of them. I got Mog to buy. Shout out to suburban Germany for not getting me into running situations with a lazy 48 kg monster puppy. You guys, your deer don't careen down the street after you. Oh man. Some of the more rural places that I'm looking at moving to have like a higher rate of things like black bear sightings and cougar sightings and whatnot, and like the wildlife are more of a reality. And I'm thinking, well, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to be cautious of bears and, you know, use good bear safety and practices, but I have a feeling that I'm less likely to get charged and attacked by a bear than I am by a deer here in the city, because the city deer are not afraid of anybody. And they're very, very, very defensive of their babies, which I understand, but like, I'm just walking my dog, man. Here we go. Iconic frock. Those things are learned for another appearance. That one is not. That's an axe. Ooh, it's kind of a cool axe, actually. We're getting the outfits first, though. Chains of the Stygian Sea. Nice. Get that. Oh, we can trade Undercoins for resonance crystals that are truly horrific exchange rate. 2,000 Undercoins for 250 resonance crystals? Are ya kidding? Gotta be kidding me. Oh, nice. I love seeing just a flood of pink text whenever I learn like a set. Yeah, let's get the pickaxe. The ones that are learned from another item, I'm less worried about. I don't think I'm gonna fuss about that. Delver's dirigible schematics. I don't really want to collect those, so I think I won't. That's what I'm gonna do. Not yet. Worst I've met is a rabbit. I think crystals grow on trees. There we go. Learn that one. What do you mean I haven't collected this appearance? It's Warbound. If I disenchant it, maybe? Usually it just lets you, like, do it. Torchlit pickaxe. Yes, good. Okay, that worked. I was a tiny bit afraid, but it wasn't like it was that expensive anyway. I think I'm gonna start vendoring some of these things that I'm disenchanting, because I think it's not necessarily profitable for me to DE them anymore. We did our Dastardly Duos. I need to do one more Overcharged Delve, but I got my upgrade card, which is nice, so that's gonna bump up my item level. I still need this season, before the season's over, and we do have some time on that. I need to finish Triple Threat, and for Enterprising Damage Dealer, I've got 3 more keys to run on 10s. Gotta find them. Maybe I'll try and go in by myself again today. I don't know. Where's the other Zippy Zappy? There it is. Merildar. I'm not gonna use my portal. Normally I do, but I'm not gonna use it just in case I do some keys today. No date, early August-ish. Yeah, I would expect around then, because they're gonna be announcing next X-Pack end of August, and I don't think they're going to do that until after this upcoming patch has come out. They don't usually like to... I don't know, I think just how it feels like it's going to go. Easy peasy. What kind of wildlife do you have in suburban Germany? Are there hedgehogs? Foxes? I'm really intrigued by foxes. We don't have foxes here. If someone at the end of my life was like, actually foxes are just a myth and everybody conspired to convince you that they're real, I would have to believe them. I've never seen one. I have no evidence of my own eyes. Got Mythic Galley to 10%. Glad we have time to spare finally. Nice. Oh, you're so close. Is it starting to feel easier now that people are kind of getting like their belt upgrades? And oh, this got hotfixed this week though. Only ever seen them in zoos. I've seen dogs that kind of have fox-like energy. A couple of foxes next to my apartment in Colorado. Can almost skip the entire last phase in Bomb Dunk. Nice. Foxes that visit us every other night. They like raiding leftover bird seed. In the forest, we have all the stuff, but it's a capital urban and suburban, so not much. Gotcha. Deer, wolves, foxes. London, full of foxes. Are they like urban? Do they like get into the city like raccoons do? Do you have raccoons? Are raccoons distinctly North American? We have plenty of raccoons. Raccoons just walking by my window in broad daylight these days. You see him roving around the city in packs at, like around dusk in the summertime, just raiding people's trash and stuff. This is where I'm going. Okay, I think I have... Yeah, we can buy another point at the Titan console. How are we doing on this? Against damage. Let's get that one. So now, I think this should no longer stop me. Yeah. And then as we get the other one powered up, it'll start to give me extra damage. This one we don't necessarily need to do for our overcharged weekly, but it's just nice to do for an extra Bountiful Delve done and for a little bit of extra research. Chic squirrels. Squirrels make the craziest sounds. You think that they can just kind of chitter, and they can, but they can make all kinds of sounds. Sometimes I'll hear something that just sounds like an ailing bird, or like an inventive child, and I'll be like looking around for it, and it's just a squirrel improvising. So many squirrels. Yeah, they do really well in cities and suburbs, and probably the forest. everywhere. We get a lot of bunnies around here. They've been driving Moose nuts. And the terrible thing is that I think that he could catch one if he was allowed to do so. So it's a good job that we've got him on a good leash, because otherwise I'm pretty sure there would be a couple less bunnies in this neighborhood. Raccoons NA only. Remember Saga being fascinated by them since they weren't in Europe. Well, they're so cute with their little hands. Like videos of raccoons up close from like wildlife habilitators and stuff are really, really cute. You don't want to get too close to them in real life because, whoa. Oh, you can fire yourself. I see. They can carry, diseases, and they can be aggressive if they're not happy with you. Hi, Hazelmist. Chat, peace and love. Hello. Wabbit. Just trying to get himself a wascally wabbit. Here you go. I think I'm going to try to pre-tape as much of the news video as I can today, and then just tack on any last-minute news updates at the end, because Friday's going to be so busy with raid testing. I don't think I'm going to have time to do the news video on Friday like normal. Housing items data mine. I did not. Are they cool? I feel like stuff like that I'm probably going to, not that I'll never look at it, but I'm probably not going to super keep up. I'll just kind of wait for them to, for it to come out, you know. I'm just sort of biding my time on housing. Unless they came out with, like, a pond. If there's a koi pond, I want to know. Datamine 11.2, gotcha. Back in the YouTube grind? Yeah. Feels good. Feels nice to make videos again. I'm trying to not be very, what am I talking about? Invested in how the videos perform. I'm trying to just focus on making the best ones I can, making them semi-regularly, leave the rest to fate. Not worry about it so much. Not that I was, like, wildly worried about it before, but I know that, like, chasing numbers on YouTube can do a real number on your brain, and I don't want to play that game. No pond, but a canoe that perhaps implies water. Oh, a canoe? I might like a canoe. I feel like a canoe feels more WoW than kayaks. I don't know if World of Warcraft, if Azeroth has invented kayaks yet.
Crowd control.
There's a noodle cart. You want a noodle cart in your house? Noodle cart in your kitchen. I don't know what I would put in my WoW kitchen. Ask Blizzard. I've already forgotten what the question was. I don't think I'm that invested. Oh, about ponds or kayaks. Oh, whether or not kayaks have been invented in Azeroth. It's alright. I'm sure we can all navigate water well enough. I was at the water recently because I was fishing on Monday, and I was just kind of watching the sea with my binoculars because I'd broken my fishing line and I was too morose to tie it on again for the time being, because it was I'd really done her in. And I was like just watching the sea, and I saw a big shipping ship, and I like Googled the name on the side of it, and I saw it was like a logistics company from like overseas, and just kind of watching the container ships and the ships go by, and I was like, ships are so boring looking now. They're just big blocky things. You know, I just finished watching Titanic. I just finished thinking about pirate ships. You know, you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, like back in the day. I don't know if they floated real good, but ships used to be pretty. I'm sure we've gained a lot in the name of losing all that prettiness, but man, boats are boring now, like the big ones. No fun at all. Vessel's mighty, but block-shaped. Yeah. Don't look like so much fun. Number of people who are sharing the links to your YouTube videos in their guild Discord channels, including me. Aww. That's very sweet. If I had a boat, would I call it the HMS Hazel? The HMS Nutty. HMS Moose.
Crowd control.
The Miss Kira. Plenty of interesting ships. They just don't float past me so much. There was one kind of pirate ship looking ship that was floating past us when we were fishing on our honeymoon. That was kind of cool. I think it was doing tours. I don't think it was doing a job. I think it was just taking people back and forth who wanted to kind of like ride on like a pirate ship. The BC ferries look neat enough. Those ones are fine. Sails making a bit of a comeback. Rotating drums interact with the wind. Kites that pull the ship to save fuel. Oh. Big fan of that. Love a good sail. I ran to the wrong side of this place. There's probably like a cannon that would have fired me back, but then I wouldn't have had the joy of walking. Got some pretty cool ships in the EU. Oh yeah? I bet you I could see cooler boats if I went to like a regatta. Or like a gala. A boat gala. I'm sure there are cooler ships. But the ones that you tend to see when you're just like hanging out by the water on like a random Tuesday. Pretty blocky. Pretty big, pretty blocky. Just going on their way. Saw some submarines not that long ago. That was kind of cool. Thought it was like an island and I'm like, well, that's a funny looking island. And then I'm like, oh no, it moved. It's gone. The island went into the sea. The fishing day turned out for the best after all, because I caught a fish. I was quite blue because I had snapped my line and I didn't have enough line left in my rod to really fish with, and I didn't know that I had more line yet. I hadn't rediscovered it in my bag. So that's when I was sort of just sitting on the water, getting eaten by mosquitoes and looking out to sea, watching boats and complaining about how boring they are. But I eventually found some more line and I managed to tie it back on and rig up, and I brought in a pretty good rockfish that I brought home, and I made burritos. We had fish burritos for dinner last night, because why make tacos when you can make one really, really big one? Can I? Oh yeah, we can do another point. How are we doing on this? So I could take mastery, increase damage for 7 seconds. That's not very long. Stamina. I feel like I'm gonna go to the bottom of the tree and then I'll come back and I'll fill it out. Shall we go to Undermine? Gone with the Wind's YouTube channel makes me want to learn to be a sailor and get a catamaran. I think if I was gonna have a boat, I would just have like a really little one. Oh, I'm so sorry. Streamlabs gotcha. I can still see your message. I know that there wasn't a link. It just does that. It just does that sometimes if you miss a space. Tank is down, you're waiting for a battle rest. I've noticed on my paladin, like I have intercessions, so I'll be sitting there being like, all right, I can rest. This is my job. I just need some holy power. Okay. Judgment. Okay. Okay, I have the holy power. And then I will be like, okay, where is the dead guy? Like, by the time I have the holy power, I've completely forgotten where he is and I can't find him anymore. Out of range. It's a bit of a fiasco. I'm not exactly the... You don't want me to be the only resort of a battle res. It's better than no battle res, but it's not much better than no battle res. At all. Okay, let's go pick up our weeklies. Hate how long the battle res cast is for a Warlock Soulstone. I feel like those ones are always going off at the very last minute, trying to like just stick a Soulstone on a healer so that nobody has to run back. Hey, got a extra renown thing. I wish these troves had like Mechanica and mounts in them, but those ones not so good. Get a chat list for the week. Sign with Venture Co. My last one. Maybe if we're really lucky. Well, we should get to Revered this week. I just don't know if it'll be like today. Need to get a bit lucky. There's a scrap job right here? That'd be nice. Is it going? I think it's going. Still no void links drop. No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Do you have the rest of the Mog at least? I got my void links when I was still missing one piece of mog, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. I think I've given up. Perfect day for a race. No airflow, you say?
What's the damage? Time's a waste.
I have a feeling I'm gonna forget about the Dastardly Duos achievement and just never get that Deadly Pinch Zapper, because what on earth would make me remember? We have the mound. We have the pets. That's most of it. Could see you going back in like 5 years just to finish it up. Maybe, yeah. They might have come out with a lot of content in the next 5 years, though, that I would be more inclined to prioritize. Not a fan of the ringing deep side gigs. I basically skip side gigs now. The only time I really do them is if I have a chat list for them. I guess I can't be complaining about being low on rep when I don't do side gigs, but they just don't give that much rep compared to the amount of time it takes to do them. I'm just being lazy, I guess. They do want me to do one today, though, so should maybe have at it. I like the cooling one where you fly along the pipes and you cool them down. Usually I'll just pick up that one and call it good. Should have picked up the chat list first. Yeah. I've tried to get in the habit of grabbing my chat list early. But I also have gotten kind of lazy about them. For a while I was really good about doing like my 7 or 8 chat lists a week. And then I got busy. Started doing other stuff. Yeah, these ones suck. Even if you do it correctly, that's just the mobs are really spread out and the drop rates are kind of bad. Well, pretty quick. Depends on how busy your server is. Here, we'll see. I'm going to start a timer, and I'm going to promise that I'm actually doing my best, even though I'm streaming, so it might not be amazing. See how long it takes me to do all these. So, we're through the portal, and we have all the quests. Got a flying mount. Off we go. I heard some murmurings that Employee of the Month had been solved, and it had something to do with doing all of the different tasks on a card. But, like, people have done that. It had something to do with, like, doing them over time, but then last time I checked on Wowhead, nobody had, like, posted a definitive solution, so maybe somebody was just onto something, but then not. I don't know. The Employee of the Month title is also completely temporary. Like, you're Employee of the Month for the month, and then it takes the title away at the end of the month. Which I guess I should have seen coming, but it's just really funny. You would still keep your part-timer achievement in your chat list, though. Or your chat pack if you'd purchased it. Which I'm assuming you'd be able to do even if you missed it at the time. Or maybe something about doing all of the different, not just all the quests on the task, on the list, but all of the different ones that could be on the list? I don't know. Got my jetpack thing? Nice. You just do like 100 lists. Slime's cleaned. Do I have a cleaner? Yeah, I do. Okay. This one I feel like sometimes can get me because I think I forget to use the item. Temporary titles are always a bummer. What was the Kata one? Slayer of incompetent, useless, and disappointing minions. Yeah. In some some version of that anyway. Something kind of close to that. Not those. Yeah. It's a good one. I want that. Bit of a mouthful. Are there other temp titles? See if we can think of some examples of other temporary titles. I know Trashmaster was originally temporary, but you are able to make it permanent by use of a quest. But originally, you only had the Trashmaster title while you were wearing the cloak. Something Hero of Nordrassil. Oh. There's some growth. There's some slime. That's the blood monstrosities done. It's the unseemly growth one that's bad. The rest of them aren't too bad. The slimes we can clean. The blood bar we can fill. Unseemly growth sucks though, because even when you can see the mobs, they're kind of spread out. There's a decent amount of competition for them. Insane or Servant in Design? Yeah, the insane is my go-to. Oh, you can loot unseemly growth though. That's right. That's right. That's the way. I wonder if I can find it faster than I can find the stuff that drops it. Like these guys. But last week I got my The Mad title. So I've been wearing that. I'm happy with that one. Doing solo 8 mask of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar. Feels pretty good. Plus people don't have to know when I did it. Did I get Stormwind done after I already had my disc belt and they'd already hotfixed in Gift of the Titans? Maybe. Perhaps. Did that last week too. It was still hard. I still felt like I'd done something. Using a title I got when I pushed 0.1%. Proud of that one. I find those are the titles that we tend to use. Even if like the words on it are kind of silly. The titles that are like the hardest or most impressive to get, I feel like are the ones that we tend to want to wear. Got to Illyria once wiped and I was so mad I didn't go again. The Dreaming Hero, kind of cool for a Night Elf Druid or any Night Elf. Oh, I like that one. That's really good. Yeah, Illyria's really rude. She's really mean. I had lust and everything for her, and it was still hard. The trick, and it doesn't like trivialize the fight or anything, but the fight gets really hard if you don't do it, is to kick the ordnance bombs away from the pillars so that the fire doesn't block your path to line of sight her, because the line of sight is so important for her big void bomb thing. Okay, 5 minutes and 36 seconds to get all those done. That might be a record, actually. I don't think I've ever done it in less than like 15 before, so that was pretty good. I think knowing that I was timing it actually made me a lot faster. I always died of the big tentacle goo guy in Valley of Wisdom. Starting the 8 mask of my Guardian Druid. Taking any easier way out I can. Nice. Love my Party Herald title since pretty much no one loved Embercourt more than me. I believe it. So I'm learning I need to do more in Visions as LOS. It's for like the Archer packs, it's really helpful to gather things up. Or even just to group things up a little tighter so that you can get them. The early, I liked pulling the early Mage Quarter packs out of the Mage Quarter basically, so I didn't get trapped in the hallway. There we go. So that give me some rep. Bilgewater, Steamweedle, Bilgewater. Alright, so I'm up 400 Steamweedle rep, and then also the Bilgewater's not bad. Keeping an eye on how close we are to any of these trows, about 3k. Which is basically what was left over after doing the last week of it. We need to do these weeklies. Let's get some scrap digging done, huh? I'm gonna miss driving the car. I know not everybody will. I'm not even that good at it. But it's fun. I like the fantasy that I could, if I was just a better driver, get places really quickly. Going up there. I also like that my car is basically on fire. Missing one silly weekly quest for the Shadowlands meta for the Drake, and it didn't pop for yet another week. A-Bomb Factory. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Never touching this thing again. Like the car if there was an actual race course, not a metropolis of obstacles. Drive people seem to not like very much. I don't think I'm the only person that likes it. Just statistically. There's got to be at least 3 or 4 other people that are having fun. I wish I could have used different cars, though. I would have liked to see Drive expanded to other car-like vehicles. It would have been really fun to rip around on like the Mechadun mecha cycles, or the Void Fire cycle or the Fellfire cycle. Even the old Azeroth Choppers bikes would have been really cool. Like the driving always drifting, I like the sound it makes. Thanks, Octopix. No magic full guild capacity school bus. It would for sure go careening over. I needed a full guild capacity school bus for inside the raid. I need my raid leader to drive me to the next boss. I'm basically like the chaos kid on the youth soccer team that's like no one can find to get him back on the bus. He's in a Pizza Hut somewhere. Just trying to get some breadsticks. Wonder if the WoW secret finally continues with 11.2 for the green bike. We have 3 purple orbs. I know that the green bike secret was unfinished. I'm also curious to see if anything more happens with it. I don't remember what the orbs was all about, though. It's been too long. My brain's reclaimed that shelf. Get Hive Mind. I have Hive Mind. I got it with a bunch of people that were guildies at the time, anyway. It only does good for like 5 people, though. And then if those same people don't still raid with you, then you're kind of out of luck. I have at least 4 of those in my raid, and now I need a school guild bus. You have 4 Hive Minds, or you have 4 kids that would be lost at the Pizza Hut when everybody else is trying to get on the bus and go? We need designated drivers. I think I'm doing 2 quests at once here. You could redo it with new people. Oh, yeah, that's worth it. That's an easy and convenient thing to do. Oh, man. Didn't like Hive Mind. Too annoying to try to get now. Yeah. It was... I did that because my friends scooped me up and put me in their backpack and told me exactly what to do. I did not understand what was going on. I did not get what was going on. They were just like, come here, hit this thing, stand here, check your combat log, etc., etc., etc. And I still almost ruined it because I somehow had Leatrix disable my combat log, and I didn't know that I had done that, so I was like, I don't see it, it's broken. We like couldn't figure out what was going on. You can use the mount account-wide once you have it, but you can only, as far as I know, join your Hive Mind with people that you did it with. Oh, hang on. There's digging. We gotta go dig. This is my least favorite scrap dig to get to. Dig! Did it count? Yeah, it counted. Nice. Technically helped. Hi, Hazel. What are we getting into today? Hey, Griever Cleaver. Today, I am catching up on some weeklies. I did my Dastardly Duos. I did my Overcharged Delves. I'm out here doing Goblin rep weeklies. I'm on my 4th cartel, trying to get as much rep with them as I can. For later in the stream, I haven't decided. I might get into some keys. Try and keep working on Enterprising Damage Dealer. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, doing Hive Mind with strangers would be horrific. It was too picky and too finicky. I can show you what the mount looks like. Once I'm out of combat anyway. and you can join with other people. I kind of remember it being more translucent than that. No forge for refining minerals. You'd think that there would be. Is that big thing in the middle with the stamper? Is there no forge in there? Margaret, thank you for the 31-month resub. Appreciate it. Morning, Hazel. Good morning, Pet Peppy. How you doing today? Kind of looks like the whole thing would be a forge almost. Near the blacksmith. What am I looking for? I'm looking for bits of scrap. Scrap! I'm gonna miss this music. The music in Koresh better be really good. They're taking away my... I mean, they're not taking anything away, but I'm not gonna be out here listening to my jazz. Hazel, I rewatched K-pop Demon Hunters again with my friends last night. That movie was so freaking good. I'm glad you liked it. That's cool. I haven't been watching very much. I've been just going hard on the Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I've not been getting any better, though. My rating is pretty much stuck at 6K for both solos and duos. I don't think I've improved one bit. Not a single iota. Speak to Inspector Doug. Oh, we wanna do another dig job. I wish they would change Dark Ascension. What would you like done to it? I like that it gives me my wings. I like the wing visual. I kind of prefer Void Eruption, but I just take whatever the Wowhead spec gives me, really. I have increased dot damage, yeah. That would be kind of cool. I think I just... Oh no, I didn't miss it. It's over here.
We got Dark Fuse coming in hot. Lots of Dark Fuse. But you're the leading expert at killing them by now, ain't ya?
We found it. Is it over? Don't be over. I think it's over. Wah, wah. How often do you make fun choices that you know are not the best for winning? Oh, all the time. But also, like, I don't really know what is the best for winning. Usually when I win, I had a lot of fun. So it doesn't seem like a bad metric for making decisions. I had a good tier 7 game where I got to play Quilbies in duos earlier. Like how Dark Ascension looks in Drakthir, your wings glow purple. Oh. Sometimes I forget the Drakthir can be priests now. I feel like the Drakthir didn't check with me before they did that. They skipped their legally obligated meeting with Hazel. I still haven't leveled my Evoker. I thought about it when we were doing time walking and I was leveling healers. Made a Drak Priest just for the shadow aesthetic. Maybe Demencius Phase 3 is just him cranking out a saxophone and playing some smooth jazz to destroy worlds. It's actually how he destroyed Koresh, but the Ethereals were rock fans. I mean, if you were going to have whispers in your mind convince you to do things, wouldn't it make more sense for the whispers to be like, you know, like cooking jazz? Something. Oh, lots of rares here. I need to kill a few of those. I've got a rare objective on my chat list. I wonder how my market research is doing. I only ever turn in market research at the top of the month when I have my Darkmoon Fair rep buff. This music's too destructive. They were actually just whispering Smooth Operator on repeat. Okay, there's one rare. Any more of them left? I still definitely need to do one more scrap job because I did not make it to that last one on time. Nice light weeple. Hello, new cut. New cut of what? Hair? No. Every person who listened to The Void went crazy. It was actually just Imagine Dragons on loop. No, not a new haircut. I used a flat iron. I've been doing that a bit more recently. There we go. Yeah, it's worth some rep. This is my Venture Co. rep. I've got it tracked at the bottom. I'm happy to get my Archives Weekly done, actually. Those sometimes give a lot of gold. I've kind of slacked to my raw gold making. I wanted to do more. But I just keep doing other things. They keep coming out with content for me to do instead of just slamming weeklies to make like 1,000 gold at a time. Here we go. I'm sure I still need things from digging cosmetic-wise. Let's look. It says 58% done in Undermine. That's kind of discouraging. I feel like it was 70 or 80, so something must have been recalculated. Those are event completion for shipping and handling. This would be a lot to get all of that. Oh, I need to go buy some Venture Co. Tabard's Baldur's Helm from him. That'll help. I don't do source IDs unless they just happen to me or I really feel like it. If they're convenient to get, then I'll get them. But I don't go out of my way to track them. Like how this week in WoW you get the chance to earn 3 to 6 hero piece gear? Or pieces of hero track gear. Oh. I'm guessing some of it is from time walking. I forgot to do time walking on Anthus last week. I was going to do it for hero gear. I forgot. Should do at least one for his, should do at least one so he can get, whatchamacallit, the time warp badges. Gonna need more of those. Gunk covered thing. Got 6 of those. These bags are a mess. Messy, messy, messy. I'm getting rid of these master keys. I pretty much never want to drive a vehicle in Dastardly Duos. It does not happen. I want... Oh, it's cool. They show you whether or not the scrap heap has been started or not. That's cool. Oh, I was getting on here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to that pin to go buy the Venture Co. Tabard and stuff. That's right. ATT added the Diablo event for Undermine. Oh, that's probably why. I did update my stuff this morning. Hang on. We're shopping over here. Here he is. Hello, Greeksit. Discount fashion. Thank goodness these things are just for gold. And not even very much gold.
Always a pleasure.
Bung, bung, bung. How come I don't wear this stuff? It's cool. Speaking of Midsummer, maybe we should queue up for Midsummer. Let's do Frostlord Ahoon, see if we can get any weapon mogs. Using the time to work my Amber Quartz since you get double the rep. Ho, ho, ho. That's Miscellaneous Mechanica. That can't be helped. That's a rogue. I guess you just take a rogue out here. If I had a rogue leveled and you can get the uncrowned vest from Rensik's lockbox. That's kind of cool. We'll get our Venture Co. wrap up. Oh yeah, that's right. There's lots of transmog on just the cartels vendor, but I've been saving up my... I haven't wanted to use all my resonance crystals on it. I don't have it, or it doesn't look like I have Diablo event stuff on there yet. If I'm being honest with myself. Also, I kind of thought that my key was going to be instant. Alright, we'll get into Holy Spec. Miscellaneous Mechanica, where dreams come to die. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be buried with these 4 Miscellaneous Mechanica that I've been walking around with. I don't know if we're ever even getting to 5. It's almost the rudest number to have because you can't even buy anything. Katie, what are you doing over there? She's just sitting on the floor, like to the left of the pet bed. Sitting up. Do you want to come sit on my lap? You could sit with me. Just thinking about it. I have a hard time remembering to do this every day. I definitely forgot on Monday. It didn't cross my mind once on Monday to do this. So if I don't get everything, it's my own fault for skipping a day. Oh, this is a terrible chat list. Maybe I'll end up doing Side Street Sleuths this week when if it overcharges. So much stuff to do, and wow, it's overwhelming sometimes. It all gets layered on top of itself too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people that have like forgotten about or are missing the new stuff from Midsummer that would have otherwise done it, just because there's so much going on. And like so much news, it would be really easy to miss that there's new Mog from this that you can get. I thought the Frost Crown was actually kind of cool. I got that yesterday. If only someone made a video. I don't know who would do that. Pre-recorded content in 2025 on youtube.com/hazelnuttygames? Never. Must be an imposter. Still need to finish zones in every X-Pack. I want to do like a collecting challenge, like maybe a zone lock or maybe something else. I want to come up with something kind of fun. Just like a little rule set that I can stick to without having to change my own rules a bunch. Yeah, it's too much stuff. Gotta narrow the scope a little bit. Gonna be kind of a busy summer. A lot of WoW stuff coming out. Oh, I've never not one phased that this season. It's been a one phase every time, and I was getting a little worried. Dizzy Nitrum, thank you very much for the 13-month resub. Cheers. After 15 years of playing, I finally got my dream mount. I am now the proud rider of a swift red griffin. A swift red griffin. A swift red griffin? Congratulations. Had a rocky group, thankfully, single phase. They must have nerfed it to some extent. Did I get anything good? I got Scythe of the Deep Chill. Nice. I got the blue one in polearm version. Good. Good, good, good. Those seem to drop pretty readily, which is nice. I haven't had a bad time getting them. Oh, it's time for the most violent world quest. Oh dear. I'm not gonna miss doing this. I know they're dark fuse, but what if they're just misled, you know? They thought it was the only way to get by. They were trying to protect their families. Go to coffee drink, chilled, flavored? Let's see. I brew hot coffee. I have just like a drip coffee maker, and I buy whatever coffee is on sale, but not super cheap. I like trying local brewery or roasteries and stuff whenever they go on sale at the store. Medium roast, not medium or light roast, not usually dark roast. The lights have more caffeine anyway. I brew it, and then I add oat milk. Sometimes I heat up the oat milk if I'm feeling fancy and make it foamy, but sometimes it's just oat milk. And then a Splenda or knockoff Splenda to sweeten it, because if I use real sugar, it rots my teeth. And if I use no sugar, then I have to remind myself that I really want to be drinking the coffee. Coffee ice cubes. What is a coffee ice cube? Is it just when you freeze coffee into an ice cube? What's that for? But yeah, big oat milk girly. I'm not even vegan. Like, I'm a pescatarian. I eat dairy. I drink dairy. I eat cheese. I buy milk. I'm not against real cream, but like, I prefer oat milk in coffee just purely on the basis of flavor. Oh, for iced coffees. Icy. Yeah, I will only do an iced coffee if it is like the thick of summer and we can't cool down for some reason. Like, even in a heat wave, will still drink a hot coffee. Because I'm drinking it early enough in the morning that it's not really going to overheat me. I had a phase a few years back where I was making iced coffee, just cold brewing it in my fridge by basically just putting a bunch of coffee in like a cold brew, I don't know, it's just like a carafe really, and you just steep it overnight with cold water in the fridge, and that turns out quite nicely. That's pretty good. But can't be bothered. Easier to just make hot coffee. I'm also only having 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then that's like it for the day, so I don't need to worry about it after that point. I can have tea if I really need any more caffeine, but usually pretty set. It's mostly just because like sometimes I'll still get tired, but like I don't really have any faith in. I feel like drinking a coffee to like get some extra energy in the afternoon to get through the rest of the day is just like a deal with the devil. Like the energy it gives me is like really unsatisfying and kind of ineffective and jittery, and then I've also just ruined my life for the next 20 hours. It just feels bad. I'd rather just be sleepy or take like a power nap or just tough through it and then go to bed at a reasonable time. I do like my morning coffee though. I forgot to get back in Shadow Spec. But yeah, I'm glad that oat milk has become kind of popular because it's really easy to find. Basically any grocery store will have it now. And yeah, I like it in my coffee. It's the only thing I use it for. I would never put oat milk in cereal. I'm sure some people do that. Once I put oat milk in oats, and then I thought, what have I done? I mean, it's not bad. It's just, what have I really added to this? Couldn't I have just added water at that point? Okay, there is another rare up here. And then 10 minutes from surge pricing, which is why I'm kind of lingering, because I want to get that rep daily done. And I may as well do my shipping and handling jobs on top of the surge pricing, which is going to start in about 10 minutes. Okay, that one died, so we can do world quest in the meantime. Ode on Oat crime.
Going to the dome used to be cheap. Now scalpers drive up the cost of everything. Hey, tell them how mad that makes me with violence.
Can't believe June's gonna be coming to an end soon. It's gonna be July. It's gonna be Canada Day.
Welcome to the best place ever. How you doing, pal?
Not that I do much for Canada Day, but maybe I'll put on a particularly Canadian shirt that day. That'll be my celebration. Very alarmed to hear this weekend was Canada Day. How did that happen? Just craziness. The kids are finally done with school. It felt like it took a really long time, but I guess summer break has always just been July and August. It's never been June, July, and August. Never understood why oat milk is more expensive than cows. It is a little cheaper than cow's milk here. Actually, maybe not by unit. I know in some places, depending on where you live, dairy may get government subsidies. So dairy producers may actually get money to help keep prices down. There's all kinds of politics around like meat and dairy and lobbyists and coalitions and stuff. It can do weird things to the market. Because I think oat milk is cheaper to produce. I'm not 100% sure though. I don't produce very much. My raspberry plant got a couple of raspberries on it. I think they might be yummy. They might be good. Assuming that I get to them first anyway. Was it 2 years ago that I like had my first raspberry ripening on my new raspberry cane in a pot on my balcony, and I was like counting down the days being like, oh, tomorrow it's gonna be perfect, and then the day that I went out there to harvest it and eat it, a bird got to it first.
Gotta watch out for scum cleanup if you want the gig. Just be warned, the scum will fight back.
This one isn't like my forte. You're supposed to kill it and then vacuum it up. But I need the rep. I need it. It'll keep me busy until surge protection time anyway. Or surge pricing. I always want to call it surge protection. There we go. Gather up some slime here. Maybe I can do this in a bigger pack. Maybe that's smart. Maybe get a little distance. See if we can vacuum it up. Yeah, there you go. Get more than double cows for the same price here. Good, good, good. How are we doing rep-wise? That was another 300. We're pretty... I might get revered actually today. I think I'm gonna. I think I will. Which will be great because then I can get some... I think there's another cosmetic that I can buy. How are my resonance crystals doing? We have 26,000. 28,000. I can spend some. I'm just terrified of being out when I need them the most, you know? World Quest wise, the racing ones I don't think actually give you cartel rep. Like individual cartel rep. But I do them anyways just because they're kind of fun. 100 gold. 100 gold I get to keep. Oh, I turned in one of the weeklies already. Maybe that's why. So behind on my Undermine rep farming. I know I'm not going to want to be out here once the next patch comes out, but I also think I'm still going to need to. The silver lining being that you can... the silver lining is that... you can get these weeklies done pretty quickly. I know I've been out here for like an hour today, but I've been noodling around. I haven't been going super fast. You can crank out scrap shipping and surge pricing, especially if you show up at the right time. You can do those in a hurry, and that gives you the vast bulk of your rep for the week. World Quest is good, especially if you clear out all of them. I don't know if I'm gonna remember to come back late week to do the second batch of World Quest though. I might not. Adore the Canada Day Gorge Market. Hectic to walk, seeing the stalls all over is amazing. I want to replace my glass hummingbird this year. Nice. Let's see. I've never been. Oh, it's like here. It's like not very far from here. I should go or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I was just looking up where it is. That's cool. I do the Moss Street Market sometimes when I want farmers market-y stuff. But that's not like a Canada Day, that's just Saturdays. Decided that I'm coming back to WoW. I just can't decide retail or mob class. Very different, very different. If you have any friends that are playing one or the other, for sure play with your friends. If you're starting from scratch, though, it's a tough call. Gotta figure out what you like. I like retail. It feels like... I'm sure it'll end one day because all things end eventually. But, feels like it'll never end. Whoa. There's always something new around the corner. Nice. Community crafted stuff. Food trucks. Oh. Would you like to go to Koresh or do Siege of Warcraft? Here is the question. Some gold? Got 70k gold on me. Not mad at that. What are WoW tokens at? Like 270? Let's see. Check. WoW tokens. 280! They've been going up! I'm glad I bought a few at 255. That's kind of crazy. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna start jobs now. Surge pricing's up in 2 minutes. And it takes me a while to get 10 jobs done. Went up so much. Raid release. If it's gonna go down, early next patch is probably when. But I'm probably not the only person who's thinking about saving up some BNet balance to buy Midnight with. So. Any gold we can make counts. If we were making a lot of gold, we could save up BNet balance to buy tokens to save for like when they decide to finally start selling housing stuff on the shop. We could do it with, basically with gold instead. Although, am I gonna do that? I don't know. I've skipped a bunch of shop mounts. There was once a time in my life where I had every shop mount they came out with. Now time's over. It's past. We don't play that game anymore. Played season 1 of the current expansion. Stopped because all my friends did. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. This is not a slime. This is not completing my job. There we go. I should buy some stuff today for resonance crystals. Spend a few of them. Make it rain. Make it sparkle. Didn't total my car. Oh, Mediocrity Squared, thank you very, very much for the 37-month resub. Cheers. Appreciate ya. Oh, we gotta go hand out hot dogs. Scooting around the corner over here. The game's changed so much in the last, like, 5 years. Sometimes I wonder what it's gonna be like in another 5, like in the year 2030. What are we gonna be doing over here?
You got a problem?
Good job, Dollface. You make sure I got my cut of your tip, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot you gotta cover the crabs.
How you doing, pal?
Whatever it is. It will be time gated. I don't really mind time gating. I think in terms of like the buzzwords that we don't like, I think that I prefer time gating to borrowed power. And I feel like borrowed power I only ever really dislike when it's like in super crazy excess. Some of it's just going to be part of life, like your tier sets are borrowed power. You know, you get a gear upgrade and you're borrowing it for a while. It's like, but when they do like a ton of different systems that do a bunch of active abilities that like have nothing to do with your class.
How you doing, pal?
Right. How are you feeling about the new gambling for a cute pet thing they're adding to Hearthstone? Hadn't heard about it. Haven't heard about it. I would be, I think, probably a little reticent to, I don't know, take the headline at its word. I'm sure they're doing something kind of scummy. I am not that sure that it's going to ruin my life in particular. Hello? Oh, Gary. But yeah, I hadn't heard. I think monetization is going to get increasingly aggressive over time, though. They're just going to keep coming out with stuff with the same sort of frequency, if not more. They're going to put, you know, limited time shop bundles, things with Trader's Tender. They're gonna squeeze this every way they can. How have I not participated in surge pricing? I've been doing jobs today. I wonder if the first one got before I completed a quest, like while I was wandering around trying to finish one of these jobs. Must have been. A new auction house mount. This one flies. They could probably release a new auction house mount that's just the same thing as the Trader's Brutosaur, but with a different model, annually for the same amount of money, and they would get new people every time. It wouldn't go quite as big as the first one, because you'll have plenty of people that got the first one that don't want to spend that much money again, but some people would get it again just to have a different model of it. And then some people would have missed the last one and would be all in on it. Inksy the man. Hazel the Nutty. Hello, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. I turned on my name display just so I could show off my title. What are we talking about? We should probably come up with a more cheerful topic. I was speculating about the future of WoW, and the only thing that we could come up with was like long term, like 5 years from now. And the only thing I could think of that I bet we can count on is that they'll be trying to sell us lots of stuff. Different ways to print money. Rug monster. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the surge pricing. Surge pricing weekly done. Microsoft needs to make cash back.
You do the work, I don't break a nail. That's a win-win for me.
Are they in trouble? It's kind of crazy to me that they have such a popular operating system and they are so incapable of making like choices for it that people like. There must be some things that people like that are new to Windows that have been like kind of going under the radar that I don't know. Every time I notice something, it's because I don't like it. 11-2, looking forward to the Void Demon Hunter. Seems like a cool concept. Missed watching your streams. Usually stream when I'm at work, but I'm homesick today. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Glad you're home, but it's no fun being sick. Off on the Xbox side. I see. Stopped using Windows a long time ago. Very happy about it. What are you you're a Linux boy, I'm assuming? Yes.
Nice job. Now get back to work, Toots.
Am I on Windows 11? Hang on. Yes. Yes, I am. I had to check. Yeah, I'm on Windows 11. What are they up to now? I haven't looked at it in a long time. I used to put a lot more thought into my computer and systems, and lately I've very much entered maintenance mode where if they're working, then they're working, and if they're not working, then I'll fix them. But if it ain't broke, I'm not messing with it. The only thing that gets yearly updates are my Adobe softwares. Trash! I need so many things that are like event completion for shipping and handling, like the things that you get after 9 jobs. Like that, yeah. There we go. I got one more of them. That's good. I don't know how you're supposed to get all of it. I guess you just ship a lot. You just keep shipping. Updating your graphics driver. Yeah, I do that when there's a problem. I've had problems before, though, where I updated my graphics card driver preemptively, and it broke things. Like, I like being a little behind the curve on it. I'm sure you're right, there's security updates, but I've had it really ruin my life sometimes. Windows 11? Improved it visually compared to Windows 7, 8, 10. I mean, 7 was a very different bag from 8 and 10. 8 was its own animal. 8 was a real era. 8 was an interesting time in Windows history. They were all in on touchscreens. There we go. We got Cartel's Bestie, which gives me Goblin Bruiser attire in black. So that's for getting all of the Goblin reps to Revered, which is great. It means that I got them to Revered. Don't forget the handling. Extravagant tip chest. Gonna go shopping after this. I wonder what other classes could get void-based specs. Warlocks get one that's more void-oriented as opposed to fel-oriented. Maybe finally a holy DPS priest spec. But it's the Shadow Priest thing. That's my lore. Or not lore. Flavor. Tentacles. There we go. Warlock could be cool. I want to see some class scoop up all of the vampiric elements that have been slowly bled out of Shadow Priest. You still have some of them. But it's definitely moved in more of like a void, old god insanity kind of direction. So this can't help me. My list is... Oh yeah, I would need to do like a sluice or something. But we can go to buy. I can't believe these sets are 10k each. It's crazy. Crazy. That's so many resonance crystals. It's so unreasonable. See if I can remember where the Venture Cove thing is. It's like by the trash heap. I know you can mark it on your map. I think it's up here. I just wanted to see if I could remember. Hello?
Red hot
Well, thanks.
like
Okay, so we can now buy Rocket Fist. Very cute. A throw-in saw blade. Will do. And then we're still saving. We're gonna need, when we do finally get to Exalted, 11k for the delivery rocket.
come back for more.
And I'm only 1 bar deep, so it's gonna be a little bit. 2, maybe 3 weeks. Let's pull out Rocket Fist. He's new. Got the same Midsummer Mog today after not getting one yesterday or the day before. Oh, that sucks. It hasn't dropped me any dupes yet. I was kind of hoping that it couldn't do that. That's annoying. Alright, looking good on Goblin Rep. I think I'm going to take a short break, and then when I come back, we'll figure out what we're doing with the second half of the stream. Be right back. Almost forgot to bring my earbud back with me. Okay, let's head back to Dornigal. Could try to tank a time walking dungeon. There must be time walking going on because it's turbulent timeways. I feel like I kind of got away with something getting my Chrono Corsair already, so I don't like... I can worry about time walking, but I don't have to worry about time walking. Thought this holiday wasn't going to be bad because I got the crown and a staff mog first 2 days. Yeah, I missed one day. But of the other days, I've done every one so far, and I only had 1 day with, like, no loot. And I didn't have any duplicates yet, but I guess they can drop. I'm at such a crazy deficit of time warped badges.
Give me something to figure out.
Would probably do me a little good to do at least a little bit. There's 900 resonance crystals. Love to see that. Need all the resonance crystals we can get. How am I doing on coffer keys? 22. I've been maintaining like equilibrium. I guess I've been doing about 4 overcharged Bountiful Delves a week. Need to start doing 14. He's nice. Yeah, let's pop on Anthus and have a little look. Maybe we'll get a hero piece on him, because he's the one that really needs the gear. Like, I'm not too worried about getting Enterprising Damage Dealer done. 3 more 10s on my Priest, I feel like will be fine. This I'm a little more worried about, so he needs all the help he can get. Mop week at least, quicker dungeons. Okay. Gosh, I hate doing the snow one. The snowy temples. Shrine of whatever. We get it all the time, too. I wonder if this winter I'm going to be shoveling snow. I'm going to get my snow shovel and I'm going to go, and then I'm going to be like, oh, my back. It's going to be me. And that or I'll just shovel snow like 6 times a day so that it doesn't get too heavy in any one go. It's just a lot of cardio. Alright, time walking. What do you want? I don't know. Something. He is at a level 660. He received a... what did I get? Hero Cloak, which I should probably try to enchant. My old one had Winged Grace on it. See what those cost. He's at a real deficit of crests, is his problem. Yeah, avoidance. Sure, I'll spend all my gold. Why not? I know he's going to replace the cloak next patch, but that's a next patch him. He's not getting his Reshi wraps just yet. I don't even know if I'm going to play him next patch. Maybe I'll get my triple threat and then I'll retire from tanking.
Do you have a theory?
Sure. Pick that one up.
Begin speaking.
Shrouded Path Through Time. That's very important. What do you want? Titan Disc Fragments.
See you in the archive.
And then that's the campaign. Should he do the Frost Lord of Hoon? It's not going to give him anything he needs. Time Walking Dungeon. Mists of Pandaria. Yeah, he could get something good from that. We're 660 now. Oh, he probably needs to update his belt as well, actually. And maybe change the ability. Especially now that they've been changed out here. Updated best miniature Titan disc belt effects for all classes post-tuning. Okay. Paladin. Actually, what does my priest want to use? Should know. Jacob, thank you very much for the 47-month resub. Appreciate it. Thanks for spending that time with me. Got my triple threat last night. Never tanking again now. Nice. Was it fun? You have a good time? Spark burst for single target. Critical chain. Let's switch to critical chain. There we go. Root for 8 mask org. What did I do? I did Rexar first. So I got my Narrows buff from the blacksmith, and then I went down the drag to Rexar, and I did the other half of it second. I don't think I cut it specifically, but there should be a VOD of it somewhere. I wonder if I should turn on, not one button, but just like rotation assist. Healing was surprisingly fun. Yeah, I love healing keys. I find it so much more interesting than not than not healing keys. It's the thing that varies the most, I feel like. Here, this will warm me up for tanking. I haven't started tanking 10s yet. I have basically the gear to do it now. I wouldn't mind any extra help I can get, though. Time walking's been the one thing I've never super minded tanking, because you just kind of go in a straight line. There's not a whole lot of drama over what to pull. You know, you go at a medium pace, you pull things when they're dead. Don't pull half the dungeon and lose everybody, and it's all fine. You know, gets the job done. I'll be curious to go check out the mop time walking vendor when I go turn in the quest we get here to see if there's anything that I want to save up badges for and use. I know I'm behind on stuff, but I can't remember what I'm specifically, like how much I need. I'm sure a lot to get everything, but if there's anything that I'd want to try to buy this week. Hello. Come back. I hope he gets a hero piece in a slot that he needs one in. He's got a champion neck, shoulders, bracers, pants, and then he could use a trinket. Oh, and then weapons and shield. So that's like a good chunk, you know. Roughly a little over half, I think, of my stuff is champion still. And the first one from 500 to 200? Oh, really? I know the first one is 200 on your alt after your main has, or after your first character has gotten 500. I'll take a look at it when I get it here. Because that's a big bummer if true. Always go back to Disc Priest in my main. He looks so much fun. Nice. I feel like last week I got 500. First is still 500. Did one yesterday. Yeah. After you did your first one, the rest of them will be 200. I'll see. I'll check this time. Because this will be my first one of the week, so we'll check. I wonder if he needs a new transmog for tanking keys this week. Yeah, the 500 for all, though, I think they killed it when they made them transferable. That was before they were warbound transferable. Hey, Hazel has triple threat. It's it's going okay. I need 3 more DPS keys, then I still need all the tank keys because I've just been kind of gearing him and practicing on him. I'm doing 5 time walking. I'm going to do 5 time walking dungeons on him to try to get a hero piece, and hopefully that'll be a good upgrade. Which honestly sounds like procrastinating now that I say it out loud. But listen, maybe that'll be the difference. That'll be the thing. Besides, I'm kind of waiting for some of my friends to come back from vacation anyway, so I can tank keys for them instead of braving the pugs. I don't mind pugging like 6s or even 8s. For some reason, I feel like taking myself into a 10 is like one step too far. The add-on changes are coming, but they're not in yet. I don't know when they were talking about them for. Not this upcoming patch. Ten pugs, real mixed bag. Yeah, I'm sure that if you're really picky, you can do well because you can find people that are overgeared for them just trying to do their vaults. But there's also probably a lot of people trying to do triple threat. And then people maybe trying to do vaults that aren't quite ready for it yet. Or just that haven't seen them a lot. I wonder if other triple threat players are going to be kind of chaotic like me. Where like, I'm a good player. I'm only okay on tank though, and I'm definitely inexperienced at like what to pull and how to manage it, so I'm liable to do some wacky things. That could be worse. I wouldn't be the worst tank you ever had. It's a Tauren Shaman. I thought it was a Drakthir Shaman for a second. I know nothing but TPS. I have real passenger brain when it comes to keys, so knowing where to go and what to pull it with is like something that I'm kind of inventing as I go. This dungeon I don't mind so much. It goes pretty fast. And it's Monday when I was filling up my vault on my main. I signed up for a 10 TOP, and the leader definitely accidentally forgot to lower it from an 11. Nice. Sometimes I've joined keys with my own friends where I was under the impression that we were lowering it to like a 10 or an 11, and then they're like, surprise, it's a 13. And I'll notice, not when we start the dungeon, but like halfway through it, I'll be like, man, this 10's really hard. And then I'll kind of like look at the sidebar and they'll be like, you did what? Refund. Hazard pay. Nice. Go bring that to the Timeless Isle. Yeah, it'll give me 500. Your first one definitely gives you 500 still, which is nice. I want to go look at that vendor and see what else I want from it. I'm trying to think of the fastest way. I don't have a teleport that takes me right to the Timeless Isle. Alliance actually port closer to the Timeless Isle than Horde do when they just like port to Pandaria to the Jade Forest. Horde end up porting kind of far north. I might just fly. Might be a nice flight. What item level for an 11 to 13? I mean, need. I'm sure there's some people that have done it at 650. I was 670 before we started messing with those, though. And I was probably 675 by the time I did, like, 13s comfortably. With pretty optimized stuff. Not perfectly optimized, but decently. I'm 676 on my priest now. The dinars help, the cartel chips. People did admit the Galaxy 659 really depends, yeah. But I feel like somebody asking that question at this point in the season is probably not. You know, like, somebody that could do it at 659 probably wouldn't have asked what item level they needed, right? They would have just gone in and done it. The answer is whatever gets you invited, yeah. True, true. You'll get a little farther in, like, a group of people that you play with often if you're in voice chat, but it can be pugged, I'm sure. But yeah, I would say 670. If I get another 10 item levels on Anthus, and he'd be there. He's totally geared for 10s. He just needs like a better trinket, I guess. He's totally geared for 10s. I'm just procrastinating. I'm just like taking any excuse to do anything different. Get any kind of extra little boost I can to make me feel better in there. $683 in my main. I don't even want to fully pug 12 and above. $683. Holy smokes. Hi Hazel. Hope you're having a good day. Hello Cersei. Right back at you. Happy Wednesday. Do you really think he needs a better trinket? Yes. I do. That's why I said that. 10s feel scariest to me to tank, because for pugs I know some people are really concerned about getting it timed. Yeah. I mean, even I'm concerned about getting it timed because I need it timed for it to count for triple threat, otherwise I have to do it again. Gotta remember not to try to... Oh no, I'm not even an enchanter. I was gonna say, don't disenchant your time walking gear, but what am I gonna do? Shrouded coin. You can pull the time warp badges. And that's all I have is 1487, so not exactly enough to go shopping. I do have the Quillen, though. Robes. Shadowpan robes. Shadowpan kilt. Corcoran pauldrons. Nah, I think I'm saving. There's lots of great mogs, but I would save for, I need mount still. I would be higher if my vault would stop scamming me and actually gave me upgrades. 9 weeks that I've taken tokens running around with 2 crafted weapons. Yeah. I can't replace my crafted weapons in my main because that's where my best embellish goes. But my vault also likes to scam me, so I understand. I feel your pain. Taking a couple of socket adding devices that I don't need. Or maybe I just went for gold at that point. Or Mog. I have a lot of stuff. I have hero track gear on my priest still. That's probably why she's not higher. Just can't replace it. Suppose I don't need to be out here anymore. Because I'm not going to buy anything from the vendor. Kind of impressed that tanks aren't an instant queue. I wonder if it's the healers that get instant queues for this. Oh, there we go. Keeps giving myth items is crafted with the embellishment slots, not spending another 10k plus to recraft. Yeah. No, I hate that. I hate it when that happens. I have a myth slot, a myth cloak that I'm holding on my priest because she has a crafted one in that slot, and I could move it. I'm just really lazy. It wouldn't even cost me that much gold. I just can't be bothered. Plus, now I know next patch I'm going to be getting Rishi Wraps in that slot anyway, so whatever. Thank you for a hoon. Took 4 minutes! In this economy? My goodness. This is the dungeon that I don't love doing. It's fine. It'll be fine. Not the fastest one, though. Feels longest, yeah. The trash, kind of like outside with the Shaw, kind of the bridge before Shaw of Violence between the second and third boss, gets kind of sticky sometimes. But I'm definitely gonna get something really good out of this time walking cache, I believe. Have to do this dungeon plus another 3 after that, but it'll be good. It'll be worth it. Hoping the time walking cache would give me a Mugsy fist weapon, give me an Eye of Kazan, something I would never use in Mythic Plus. I already took a pacemaker from the chip vendor. My paladin's actually bought more gear with cartel chips than my priest has. He bought a Jaster's. Oh no, he didn't buy a Jaster's. He was gonna buy a Jaster's. I forgot. Yeah, I got the pacemaker, and then I thought I got a Jaster's, but I didn't. Did I? Could have sworn I meant to. Yeah. Oh well. He took a hero track ring out of vault this week, which felt pretty good. Nice upgrade for him. Insanely OP when you keep the buff up, but never happening in a pug. Even with my tank friend in it, yeah. I don't really bother with it. I liked it in Underpin, actually. I wore my Eye of Kazan for Underpin, because that was a long fight, so I felt like I was getting some mileage. I was kicking bombs for a while. Can you dodge these, or do you just have to get lucky? Or just wait it out, I guess. I always get hit. Should I just be looking up? Everyone's telling me to get a Jaster's Diamond. Sims say it's garbage for me on HC. Do you think it Sims funny because of the effect where it wants other people to also have it kind of thing? Might depend on how many other people are wearing it in your group. Sims should be able to accommodate for that. To some extent, anyway.
Truly wish to undo what your kind have brought upon our land. You must first prove yourself here in our school. First, you will face our initiates.
Do you think these Shadowpen novices are like bummed out they don't get cool names like Snow Lotus and Flying Football? Or whatever his name is. He'll be coming.
Where one falls, another will rise to take their place. You have much to learn if you wish to defend your people from the Shah initiate. You have bested our most junior of students. Now you will face 2 of my most senior.
Maybe they get cool names if they stick around and level up.
Flying Snow,
Fragrant Lotus and Flying Snow, that's right. Not Snow Lotus and Flying Football.
you have bested my prize students. Perhaps you can
Let me at him.
be used to us after all. As my master once said,
Oh, somebody marked me.
you cannot truly know someone
That feels nice.
until you fight them.
I know I'm the tanking, but somebody cares where I am.
So that we may be
Wish my monk got a cool name like Flying Football.
Very well. see your true strength.
I wonder what kind of cool titles we're gonna get in 11.2.
Kill with a weapon is but a physical manifestation of one's martial strength. Let me
Gotta be
show
some
you
like Koreshi,
spiritual power.
ethereal, brokery kind of titles.
When I was but a cub, I could scarcely throw a punch. But after years of training, I can do so much more.
Spawned right in the loot. Loot spawned right on me. This section kind of gets me sometimes. Because you can skip this stuff, but like, people always end up pulling it anyway, and you don't want it running after your healers. And they can get kind of noisy, because like the regenerating shock, if you have a bunch of those pulled, you can end up in a bad kind of way. I'm just going to do it one pack at a time. Just in case. I know I should have more than enough kicks to deal, but make it a little bit less chaotic. This guy I kind of want to bring to the other end. He's going to be casting though. Boss time? See if everybody's coming with me. More or less. We have Anthus and we have Antog. We're both paladins. There he is. Oh, he's a Zandalari paladin. Oh no, he's a Tauren paladin. Thought he was on a big Zandalari mount for a second. The Tauren paladin mount is pretty cool. Man, being back here just reminds me of Remix. I feel like Legion Remix is gonna be not far, huh? Oh yeah, I gotta kill this thing. There we go. Is this pack always here? Can't wait till Legion Remix. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it does for like my collection percentages. But I think I'm even more curious to see what kind of sort of bespoke cosmetics they make just for it. Because one of my favorite things that I got in the last year in WoW is the chicken backpack from Mop Remix. Just all by itself, it was awesome. The whole experience was worth it just for the chicken backpack. You know. I don't know if I'll like anything else that much again, but could do. Yeah. Paladin's on the purifies. That's good. Good, good, good. Hazel, tragic news. Thought I could sneak by that. And maybe you can, but not like I just did. In 11-2. Yes. Observers had their booties stolen. Pardon me? Excuse me? Like their special treasure, or their special treasure? Are they gonna have to be hitting the gym? Doing their... What do you call them? Russian... Observer models have booties. You mean the things that are big eyes? Hello, hello, Mr. Sonic Jet. How are you? 11-2, new models took it away. That is tragic. Alright, that was Time Walking Dungeon 2. Holy mackerel, 5 feels like it's gonna take an eternity. I don't know if we're gonna survive through 5. Should we get his belt upgraded? Do a little overcharged elf? Oh, I don't know if today's a good day to do it. I guess I just practiced on these stories, so I know sort of what's going on with them, but I was a bit of a mess getting these delve stories done. Too much role playing them off dungeons take too long. Do I have a timer on that one? Not like an overall timer. Cakes are gone. Why are the cakes gone? Can you share the edit mode of your priest UI? Oh yeah. Let's see. Edit mode.
That big mushroom could launch a striker. We can get around by jumping on those big mushrooms.
If you want it, there it is. Yeah, no problem. Okay. This will definitely not take as long as it did last time because I know what I'm looking for. Maybe? Found that in Freehold, you can go straight to Harley's Suite and skip all of the bosses. Yep. You sure can. But then you wouldn't get to hear the Ring of Booty roleplay. You wouldn't get to catch a pig. You know, where's the joy in life going? One more. There's actually a battery on top of that mushroom. I wonder if that tripped me up for a while. Done with Ring of Booty. Very happy about it. Well, congrats on your loot drop. Now that I'm doing Shadowland stuff, forgot they had some great voice lines. I think eventually Shadowlands is going to have the same sort of like rose-colored glasses treatment where people realize there's a lot of good stuff going on in there. It wasn't very popular at the time, that's for sure. Not like Dragonflight was. Who's your favorite Shadowlands character? It's gotta be one of the Venthyr. They just had so much sass. Winter Queen? Oh, true, true. Why would anyone walk anywhere? My master did say to serve everyone. Oh, I forgot about that one. Venari's up there? Yeah, I bet you we're getting more Venari based on her role in the lore walking anyway. When do we think we can ride car in the open world? I don't know. What if they just forget about it? Maybe they won't. Kevin, the slime from Maldraxxus. Oh, the insane like professor in Maldraxxus, the slime guy. He was really fun. He was living in his own little world. I'm grabbing a lot more batteries this time because I know how long it took me to find them all last time. You can only hold one at a time though. All I'm gonna say is that I haven't seen Hazel and Kevin in the same route. You know too much. I would love to drive the car around while leveling. It would be so fun to just like zip around like Westfall or Duskwood in that thing. Yeah. Flying car using the drive system. It only works on the ground. I don't know how air drifting would work. 11-1 hater. Yeah. Drive system would suck in the majority of zones. I know it's unpopular, but I think it would be more fun to drive the car. Like, I had fun driving it in Undermine, but it would probably be more fun in basically anywhere other than Undermine. It would suck in like the Waking Shores because all the water being kicked off your car every time it gets a tire wet would be tough. Maybe if they build goblin tracks in every zone with big fat safety rails. Because that's what goblins are known for. I need safety rails. I need barriers. Original zone cruising would be top tier. Did not fit much in the fantasy world. I'm really curious. I'm going to do a poll just for fun. No right or wrong answer, obviously. Let's see. I want to know what general feeling is, not prediction. I want to do a poll. New poll. Did you like Drive? Five minutes. Hang on. Vote if you want. Let your feelings be known. The question at the table is, did you like Drive? That is to say the fast car driving system that we got in Undermine. Our correct answers are yes, zoom zoom, or nope, urge. Fun if there's a racetrack. Just a poll. Not that it, like, it's not my system. I didn't make it. It's no skin off my back one way or the other. I'm just curious what way you guys lean. If I was guessing, I would guess that you guys lean towards not liking it. I would say that some of you like it, but that that 70% of you would say no. But I don't know. I haven't looked at the results yet. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to collect votes. Like the chauffeur with drive at level 1. Crazy prediction. Assume people enjoyed it. Hated everything from 11.1. Yeah. Yeah, we know. Perfectly valid. There you go. I liked it. But I'm just me. I'm just one lady. Queue him for another time walking dungeon. Go turn in his belt upgrade. I don't think he's gonna do the second overcharge delve necessarily. He can, but oh, I didn't even get enough. I didn't loot enough disc shards for a whole upgrade. Biggest problem with drive is that jump and drift are the same button. Yeah, that was frustrating. Sometimes I would end up jumping when I meant to be drifting. And I know that it's like to do with like your speed or your angle or something like that, but it was annoying. Not what you were looking for.
Speak your piece.
Overcharge chest with a champion piece, coffer key, 1k gold, and we upgrade her belt. Oh yeah, I want to go back to Hazel's tank UI. Makes his health bigger. Oh, this one's not too bad. This one's fun.
Morgul cannot reclaim our rightful glory without our clan's strength.
I will go this far and no farther. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got somebody cranking. Oh, it's me. I just looked at the DPS. I saw Paladin and then I was like, oh, it says Anthus. I'm waiting for the full 5 minutes to come up before I check the results of that poll. Find out how either psychic or off base I am.
Morgul cannot reclaim our rightful glory without our clan's strength.
Does he have any pets out? Oh yeah, he's got a little Zandalari raptor. His transmog and pet and title kind of make me feel like he's the in-game Azeroth version of a Zandalari, like Weeb. He's just like a huge fan. He's adopted as much of the culture as he possibly can. Alright. Results are in. And 54% of you, majority, but only by 4%, voted that you did not like drive However, pretty small sample size. Less than 50 votes. We have 22 votes for no and 19 votes for yes in terms of whether or not Drive was well received. So, same result as I predicted, but not to the same error or margin of error. See what see. I have a feeling they might leave the car behind. I would love to have it just as an option, you know, kind of like how we can toggle our flying style. I would love to be able to just toggle, or even just for like some mounts, like not even all mounts, like have regular grand mounts work regularly, and then just let me get on like my car or like a bike or something if I want to zoom. Car track just outside of Orgrimmar. Oh, the one in Ashara or Asuna or wherever that's called. The rocket track, the rocket way. Do it. Is there more?
Who allowed these outsiders in our halls? Only Clan Harthak or Clan Kargish would stoop to such treachery.
There used to be that race course in Thousand Needles, but now it's underwater.
Dogs of Clan Gothan would point fingers at others for their own failures. Your clan.
Oh, it's over. It's on this side. I'm looking at the wrong stairway. I'm coming. Don't mind me. On my way. Oops. Getting all turned around. Yeah, I thought the car, like the car obviously is customizable, but I really thought the customizations were going to be more noticeable. The colors were challenging to get. They were on like Exalted with the reputations. And they weren't that dramatic, you know, like compared to the customizations we got for Dragonflight Drakes or the Delve Dirigible, the car ones were pretty negligible. I did like being able to customize the drive style. I thought that was cool and it worked well. You were able to kind of fiddle with your car to find a handling that worked for you. I can't believe raid testing is tomorrow. I gotta make sure I'm set up on the PTR. I'm gonna go down one side. Have to do these ones anyway. Pull them not with the boss. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Oh, is he dead now? Somebody just popped him like a coconut. Like a grape. Expected more customizations with the cars too. I guess it's kind of hard to pop a coconut. You'd have to apply a great deal of pressure. Man, I might end up finishing my 5-time walking. Not today. Hello, hello, Brimneth. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. I am time walking on my Pratt Paladin alt. Just kind of chipping away at the weekly quest because I want to get him a hero track piece of gear. It's not something I really do on my main anymore, but this guy could use it if he gets lucky. Plus, I feel like it's really common for people to get like, oh no! Oops. Don't mind me. Be with you shortly. Oh, that's what I get for bouncing around like a bunny rabbit. One jump. Stand in the middle. Hold on to the rails for safety. Oh, jeez. There is a gap, isn't there? At least we have horses. This druid doesn't need me. They're heading on ahead. Ever considered updating the voice pack? It's not something I've super prioritized because as far as I know, the voice pack still works. It just doesn't have all the newest sounds. And with it eventually being, what do they call it? Sunset. I would maybe update it one more time, but I would say my priority is definitely more videos right now. YouTube videos. Blizzard should let you do voice packs for Blizz DBM, and they should contract a bunch of people to record them, so you can get like lore characters to call stuff out for you. And then they should also get me. Any way to make the duo tank put the mobs in the bonus circles? I don't think you can make the tank do anything. You can kick the bonus... Oh no, you can kick the cheer bombs around. I don't know about the bonus circles. Taunt the mobs. Alright. Hey man, if they were all that fast, I could get it done today. That was great. Embroidered bags worth having, or leave them alone. Embroidered bags. Let me just check and see what we're talking about here.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
The only one I can see is an embroidered deep sea, which is a 32 slot, and a regular Wildercloth bag is also 32 slot, and those are like 250 gold. If you're just looking for bags, you can sort by slots. It looks like Duskweaver, the highest slot bag commonly available, 3k for a 36 slot. Oh, they're BOP. Oh. Made from tailors, right. I couldn't tell you specifically because I don't have them, but I can tell you that I don't have them and it hasn't really ruined my life. I haven't heard an awful lot of people talking about getting them. There hasn't been a big deal made about getting them. I remember there were some kind of like profession bonuses or something for having them, but I can't say as they've really made an impact on my sphere of existence.
Come back with some better
Are you planning on going to TwitchCon? No. Don't think so. Never been to a TwitchCon. Can't really see the point. I feel like it would be more about Twitch culture, and I do stream on Twitch, but I feel like we're kind of like a nice little bubble from the rest of Twitch culture. I don't really keep up with what's going on over there. Now in Bastion, completely forgot about the stewards. How do you do? Here, let me take a look at the bags on the crafting order thing. I haven't thought about them since War Within like came out.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
These things. That one might be worth it. Might make that on my priest, actually. Just to get a little more juice out of DE and stuff. Hi, Hazel in the group. Good morning. Good morning, Milligram. I hope you're having a lovely day. Oh, we're back at Stratholm. I'm doing time walking on Anthus to get him a hero track piece from the raid out of his cache. I want to pull more, but people are still zoning in over here. Dish Pit Music, thank you very much for the 42-month resub. Appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Always nice to spend this time with you. Man, I think maybe I will. If this goes pretty quickly and I can, maybe I will try and hammer out all 5 time walking dungeons today. Because I would love to know what he's going to get out of that cache. .30 p.m. here. Just woke up, have to work tonight. 6 p.m. to 6:30. Oh man. It's the graveyard shift. Hey Hazel. Hey CKM. How are you doing today? It's like warm and humid here. It's very muggy. It's been like overcast but warm for a few days. Oh, let's see. Let's do pull buffs. Watch out for the X-Wave. Hear about the rumors of a new DH spec? I actually didn't. What are people saying? What would it do? What else is there for Demon Hunters to do? I feel like they just vibrate until things die. Switch to water here. Oh, Void themed DH. Oh. Someone mentioned they were excited for that, and I just assumed it was like a thing from... Oh man, I'm gonna be so lost in this version of it. I just assumed they were like NPCs. Blueberry Void, gotcha. That puts an earlier conversation we had into much better context. I didn't know we were talking about it for playable Demon Hunters. I just figured that there was some NPC faction people were talking about. New support spec. Do you think they're gonna do another support spec? I'd be very curious to know what Blizzard thinks about the state of augmentation and how that's gone at this stage of life. Because I don't know. We don't have any Augvokers in our group, but maybe it's going well in other places. Is that like a support role something they want to expand? I don't know. I have faith on a bard someday. Don't think it would be a support spec, wouldn't fit the class fantasy. You're gonna completely rework Aug, scrap the support role completely? Just another DPS, yeah. Interesting. That wouldn't surprise me.
My dear, it appears we have visitors.
Friends of yours, boss? Their deaths only serve to empower my summoners further. Behold! What's the matter, boss?
Void Elf Demon Hunters. Ooh, Void Elf Demon Hunters would be cool. Let Nightborn do it while you're at it. Why not, you know? Just give it to all the elves.
You too are beautiful. Have you looked in a mirror recently?
Mecha Gnome Demon Hunters. Listen, maybe I would have given Demon Hunter a bigger chance if they'd given them to gnomes, like, years ago. I wanted to be true so badly. Don't even care if I play or like the spec, I just want a third one.
Your fate awaits you.
it's Rattlegore. We just saw him in the Dastardly Duos. Midnight would be the right opportunity to expand paladins to more races. You might be onto something with that. Be less happy, but other races would be fine too. Being stuck to only Knight and Blood Elf kind of sucks. Yeah, I understand why they've done it, but like, makes them kind of boring for me.
Now turn your lovely rune blades on our guests and
I can't fight him.
I can feel her will breaking. Her soul burns now, Lillian. It is time for your transformation.
That's the same reason I can't really play Evoker. Just the limited race. I feel like I need a decent amount of race options for my class in order for my alt to feel personalized to me. Limited race customization. Don't want to be a humid or a blood elf. Oh right. I mean, to be fair, like I know what you mean, and it would be nice to have different race options for visage form. But humans and blood elves both have, especially in Og, lots of options to customize them. Compared to something like a gnome, you're swimming in choices. But I know what you mean. Instruction is an evil gnome. Yeah, it would be cool. It would be nice. That would have maybe saved me for another patch on my evoker if I could have been a gnome evoker.
If you haven't come to study,
Oh, he's just right here. I don't have to do any of the stuff. I always thought orcs and Draenei should be able to be demon hunters too. Come back in evoker and visage form forever. Yeah, whenever support, like whenever Ogvoker was really strong, we did have one, but it kind of felt like they were playing it out of obligation, like somebody had to play it so this person was going to take the hit and do, because my understanding was that it wasn't hard to play, it was just really boring. Yeah, one more. Yeah, good. Almost all the classes of play are the ones still limited to specific races. Druids. Do you think hopping into WoW for the first time would be too daunting? Tips for giving it a go without feeling entirely overwhelmed? They have done pretty well about making the new player experience better and better. I don't think it would be too daunting or overwhelming to jump into. Things that can help is to take it at your own pace. Don't feel rushed or let anybody make you feel rushed. The nice thing about WoW is there's kind of no one goal of like how you win the game, as long as there's lots of different things that you could be doing and working towards. So there's no rush really. There's no being super behind. Something that I would do and that I did when I was a new player was I went to my browser and I went to wowhead.com and I bookmarked it. Because every time I was stuck on something or confused about something or I couldn't find an NPC or I couldn't figure out a quest, I would search it on Wowhead and the comments would have the answers for me. And I did that like 150,000 times and now I'm good. That's like kind of like your comprehensive resource for anything you really need to know about the game. But just, you don't need to use a bunch of stuff. You can just play and then kind of look for answers as your questions come up. Playing with a group of people is great if you can find one. But it's a lot more manageable to start the game from scratch than it used to be. They've done a lot of work. They know there's people like you out there, and they really want you to play and enjoy the game, so they've done a lot of work to smooth out the introduction to the game.
Demonstrate why only the strong deserve to stand at our king's side.
Pace is important. Have a busy working life these days, and most nights at most 2 hours to play if I'm lucky. I'm a 20-year vet, and I still use Wowhead every day. I have it open on my other monitor. I was looking at the Prop Paladin Titan disc thing to use.
Impossible! Our might is the greatest in all the empire.
Yeah, Wowhead, very trusty.
Hardak will show all why.
Stream communities can be good places to ask questions, too. These guys are really helpful. I'm sometimes helpful when I know things. But there's definitely people out there that will lend an ear to a new player with a question. New belt will increase in item level every week up to a cap of 701. So we get a weekly quest, do that, grab your upgrade, and slap her on. This week it is... Forget. I did it on my priest. Hang on. Is it 694 this week? Maybe it is. Maybe it's 694. I might have upgraded it on my paladin too. Alright, this way. Be advised, all disc belt users, which is most people, that the powers were hotfixed and rebalanced this week with the weekly reset on Tuesday yesterday. So what was best for you last week may not continue to be best for you. Wowhead dropped an updated list. What power you want to have socketed may have changed. Just something to take a look at if you had popped in like the lightning rod and then figured you were good forever. They did rebalance it a bit. So it might still be best for you, but it might not. Just finished getting one last night on my druid. Nice. Yeah, they're pretty strong. They feel good. They feel good to wear. They do strong damage. They help out a lot. I don't think I would have got my 8 masks done as easily without it. So at the end of this dungeon, I'm gonna get my time walking weekly done. I'm gonna find out what I get in my box. And then we're going to look into wrapping up for the day. I think we can just kind of go for it. I didn't do this last time, but I'm going for it. Congrats on your 8 mask. Thank you very much. Maybe I had the right idea last time. I don't know why the quest would not have shown up at the Delve Hub. It should be there. There may be... I don't know. I don't know. If there is a prerequisite, I don't know what it is. You would assume it would be Delve related. Do you get it in the Delve? I thought I just picked it up in Dornegal before I even set off. You can try just doing an overcharged Delve. You can just walk into one and do it on a 1 and see if that gives you anything to do. Oh, maybe you grab the intro quest on somebody else. That's possible. I didn't think of that. Happened with my partner and I. Took a while to realize that she had it on another character. Oh, okay. I have heard a couple of people getting confused about not being able to get the belt or like having lost the quest line. That's probably what's happened. They should do something about that. They should sort that out. That's pretty easy to do if that's what's going on for most people. Okay, so I'm here. I've got the mage. I'm gonna wait a hot second for the rest of the team to get up here. I'm gonna recuperate just for fun. At one point in the delve, you have to go to the console thing in the delve. That's true, yeah. Didn't realize left. It was before Wowhead had gone through it. Right. Yeah, I remember getting to the end of a delve and then starting to hearth and then being like, wait, I have a thing to turn in still here. Teleported to the entrance to the delve where they left the thingy. Man, this is almost done. This came together faster than I thought. I think the one really slow time walking kind of took the wind out of my sails a bit, but we got into some really good groups. How much are you looking forward to player housing? Data mine noodle cart has me excited. I'm very excited for player housing. I haven't looked at the data mine furniture yet, although I've heard great things about the noodle cart. By the way, watching you do the various events helps a lot with my avoidance of them. Get overwhelmed thinking about learning them. Aw. Aw, that's really sweet to hear. What do you suggest, WoW or WoW Classic? I always suggest, well, I suggest WoW, but that's because that's what I play. I don't play Classic. People like Classic. I'm sure there's a lot of great things going on. I bet you if you asked it in like a Classic stream, people would tell you to play Classic. I tell people to play what their friends are playing, but I'm a retail kind of person. I've always played retail. I haven't really spent a ton of time in Classic outside of hardcore. Excited about the dungeon pool. I kind of am. I kind of am excited about the dungeon pool. Tazavesh, great. Halls of Atonement, great. couple things that I'm less excited about, but usually by the time I actually get into them, I don't mind them so much. All right. Let's see. What's he gonna get? Da-da-da-da-da, drum roll. He got a Wise Guy's refused offer. It's a one-handed mace. I can use it. It's a weapon. I'll take it. It's got 4 upgrade levels on it. Wise Guy's refused offer. Oh, that's cool. Kind of a fun appearance. The delve does not need to be overcharged to get the different abilities for the belt. You can just go run that delve just as is at a level 1 and you can collect the abilities. OMG. Is it good? I mean, it's got good stats. Pretty nice. I'm gonna need to get, what, another Stormrider's Fury? JK, don't know anything.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Haste. Spending all his gold. He doesn't have any gold left. At least it's wearable. I was real worried it was just going to give me a hero piece in a slot where I already had a hero piece. And that he was going to be a big sad boo-boo. It's not too bad. Nice. Still 660. A little more overhead on the upgrades, though. Got it. Ignored it exists in my character. It has abilities? Yeah.
Greetings, sir and ma'am.
Yeah, when you right-click on the belt, it'll open this menu and you can use it to swap different abilities. And if you haven't collected an ability yet, it'll tell you which delve you need to go to collect it. There's a Wowhead page that had the latest best ability for each thing. They're pretty strong. They're quite good. But yeah, you just right-click. Shift right-click will open the gem interface, which is also important because it comes with a gem slot, but regular right-click opens the ability interface. Okie dokie, I gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow for a short stream. Tomorrow I am only streaming for 2 hours. I'm gonna stream from 9 to 11 instead of 9 to noon to give me time to get ready and take a break before raid testing. Same thing on Friday. Tomorrow and Friday are both gonna be short streams. And then, yeah, hopefully we get some good footage for raid guides. I want to thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your company. See you tomorrow morning if you're around, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.